Experience on the floor tonight, Greg. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
Well, Kevin, guys are going to play smart, and they're going to be in position to make plays. So this could come down to just who makes more of the big shots.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. At the guard spots, longtime teammates Lillard and McCollum. Covington is at the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And here's Los Angeles. And here's Bledsoe. Batum a screen on Nurkic. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Over McCollum. Zubac, that's good.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he said for them to prevail, they've got to be stout in the post and close off those driving lanes. If they fail to do those 2 things, it could be a very long night. And to be honest, he didn't sound like he thought they could.
Thanks, David. Now here's Bledsoe, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Zubac kicks to George. Hits it from 3-point range.
And I love the floor spacing George gives you. His range seems to extend a little every year. And we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
And he knocks down the first one.
Still young with loads of upside. Nurkic is comfortable playing the enforcer. I mean, you can tell he wants to keep improving.
And both free throws good for Nurkic. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Jackson kicks to Zubac. On the wing, George. Zubac with the screen for George. Nurkic with the block.
Now this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
McCollum passes to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Jackson dishes to George. From outside, off the mark.
You just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Covington a screen on Bledsoe. And here's McCollum for 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Here's Jackson. And the rebound by Nurkic.
He's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Powell, the pass to Lillard. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top.
They're struggling here, Earl. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
And the shot goes in. George has got 5.
This is why you can't give George room to drive. Even when you're physical, he can get it done.
And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Now with the talent around him, Damian Lillard able to play off the ball. He explained how that helps him get open.
Getting the ball later in possessions when the defense isn't so sharp. You know, usually at the beginning of a defensive possession is get over the first screen. You know, the energy is up, they're interested, and usually at about 12 seconds they're a little tired. The interest goes down.
Well, and Damian Lillard, Greg, accustomed to making shots with the clock winding down.
They have a phrase for it. Whether the defense is locked in or not, that clock is ticking down to Dame time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Justice Winslow out there with Ibaka, and it's man in at the 3. Here's Kennard after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Over McCollum. The shot's good from Kennard. Kennard's got his first points of the night. Greg, you've got a unique view of the league, not just a former player, but great broadcaster, courtside all these games, but also as a father. What's that journey been like?
It's been surreal, Kevin. You know, anytime you have a child that has a passion for something you're passionate about, it creates a special bond. And to be able to watch him live out his journey has been incredible, and what a blessing. I would wish we'd all get to have that experience in some capacity.
Jackson, and he drops it in from the low post.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Kennard against McCollum. Pass to Powell. McCollum outside. Over Kennard. Off the left rim and out. Los Angeles leading by 4. Man gets the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Simons surveying the D. Drives to the hoop. Nance, right side. Nance sets a screen for Powell. Shot clock at 6. They swipe it. Now the Clippers moving it up. Winslow's running. Simons, the pass to Zeller. Here's Simons. Back to McCollum. Now here's Zeller. It's McCollum on the wing. Kennard covering from the baseline. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Blazer substitution.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
I hope they see the upcoming road games as an opportunity to spend time together and build trust. The ties you make with your guys on the trip can really strengthen the squad, like me and you, Ernie. Forget Kenny, me and you are tight.
All right, now let's focus on the first half. Encouraging start to this one for the Clippers.
They've run this offense seamlessly. Each guy seems to understand his role. They're making smart decisions with the basketball, and I can give a shout out to the playmakers. This team's success is because of you, brother.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Trailblazers trail by 6, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, Covington is at the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. At the guard spots, longtime teammates Lillard and McCollum. And it's Powell in at the small forward.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Lillard.
Yeah, whether it's on the court or in the booth, Dame Lillard will face the fire and compete. And watch what you say. He does keep those receipts.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And there have always been those opponents, Chris, you don't want to fire up. I think Lillard is in that category, right?
They say don't poke the bear. Dame's not the loudest, but he will answer. You better put some tackle.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Now, here is George, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. George, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 5. And here's McCollum for 3. He is hauled in by Paul George. Inside, here's Batum, banked in off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. 1:21 left here in the third quarter. The pass to Pop. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The shot by George, no good.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Powell kicks to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, I love Nurkic's shot selection. I mean, outstanding at getting to his spots and converting.
Bledsoe passes to Zubac. On the wing, Jackson. Screen by Zubac. Jackson against Nurkic. Passes it to George. On the wing, Batum. Fires from the wing. Here's Zubac. Outside for Bledsoe. Sinks the three-pointer. Bledsoe's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
And it's clear Bledsoe knows he has the coaching staff's trust to take those shots, capitalizing well on that one.
A 3 from McCollum. No good on that one. The third quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top, up 9. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter and he served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Baca is out there with Justice Winslow. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's man in at the small forward position.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Here's Lillard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're playing much bigger than his height. Lillard has as much heart as anyone in his height.
Ibaka with a screen on Lillard. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Stolen by Bledsoe. No good. Shot missing. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Simons the pass to Lillard.
2 minutes remaining in the
Stolen by Winslow. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Dishes to Bledsoe. Ibaka outside. Pass to Mann. Back to Winslow. Just 4 to shoot. Here's the 3. Zeller grabs the board. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. 9-point game. Lillard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
You got to love how clever Lillard is. I mean, he's exceptional at gutting the D apart with his dribbling moves.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Bledsoe against Lillard. And the shot goes in. And the Clippers lead by 9.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Justice Winslow. George is checked in for Mann. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Kennard. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Zeller. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to find out what the Trailblazers coach was going over with his guys. He was measured in his words. He told his players, look, we're doing a lot of good things out there, really good things. Stay confident and stay positive in your approach. Trying to keep their hopes up, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now here's Bledsoe after the miss from Damian Lillard. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. On the wing, Jackson from outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. McCollum outside. Drills it from outside.
Looks so smooth pulling up off the dribble. I mean, McCollum very comfortable attempting these quick jump shots.
And that's an intentional foul. So, for the Clippers, Mann's checked in for Paul George. And it's Luke Kennard in for Eric Bledsoe. Portland also making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. 34 seconds left in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for
Right on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
As a kid, Jackson saw a lot of the world. His dad was in the Air Force, so he lived in Italy, England, North Dakota, Florida, Colorado. He was all over the place.
Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Cody Zeller. McCollum comes in for Nance. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now here's Lillard. Lets the 3 fly. Kennard with the rebound. Jackson looking around. So the Clippers with the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.